بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Welcome my dear Riyadh Salihin secondary year 2 students. I am Kamal Ahmed and I'm greatly happy to introduce you to our new study course, the Mega Goal 3, and this is our first class in the course. This course is an integral course that is activity based, as well as one which opens new horizons for vocabulary and linguistic ability in front of the students. And I just want to start the course by giving you an idea about the contents of the book. We have got an intro, unit 1, unit 2. It has 6 units separated by revision on 3 units. And again, we have got a final revision on units 4 to 6. Hopefully this course will help you greatly improve yourself in English. Okay, before we set out to study and learn the course together, you all know that we are working online this year, or this term rather. So there is a code of conduct that we need to follow so that our efforts become fruitful. Well, I would like to show you some things that we need to stick to during our study this term. First of all, punctuality. Punctuality leads to success. What does this mean? Punctuality means to be punctual, to attend all the classes, to be ready with your books, notebooks, pens, so that you can jot down information after the teacher, in so much the same way as if you were sitting in a classroom. Another important factor is the practice. Practice makes perfect. It's a wise saying. It's a famous saying that practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the better results you get. Sense of responsibility counts. You aren't anymore a schoolboy, rather, you are a student. A student comes from the word study, so you are a self-student. If you have the sense of responsibility, that is, you are responsible for your actions, and that is, you are grown up enough to study and to do your assignments, this means you get better results, inshallah. Bilateral concern and teamwork guarantee amazing results. With the passage of time, we'll be having direct lectures that need more punctuality, more bilateral concern, and this will be clarified more on its due time. Make your own dictionary. It's highly advisable for my dear students to have their own notebooks and jot down any new word they find new and they find interesting, they find important on the long run. Starting our class today, listen and discuss. Have a look at pages 1 and 2 of your students' books. What can you see here? Yeah, I can hear somebody say, I can see books and some picture of a desert, something, a hill. I can also see the Mecca clock tower and some kind of TV channel showing online. Alright, this class is entirely a listening and discussing class. But before we start listening to this text, to this recording, I've got a couple of questions for you. Are you familiar with the word ecotourism? What is ecotourism? Yeah, somebody may say, yeah, I know tourism, but what is eco? What is ecotourism? Okay. Another question for you. What does the writer mean by going green? Going green. Any idea? Okay, let's listen to the recording and stop and discuss the headings so that we guarantee more understanding.
The Clock Royal Tower is among the top tallest buildings in the world. The clock face is large enough to be seen from 25 kilometers away. Have you seen it? Cable television is gradually being replaced by the internet. Recent research indicates that a substantial number of cable subscribers in their late 20s to mid-30s are planning to discontinue their cable TV subscriptions. On-demand viewing appeals a lot more to people who want to watch a show of their choice at a time that suits them best. What is your view? It is not unusual for working people to complain about having to follow the same routine day in and day out. Come retirement time, however, a great number of them feel lost and suffer physically and psychologically through the absence of the same routine. Why do you think this happens? Climate change has been a critical issue in recent years due to its destructive consequences caused by natural disasters, such as storms, hurricanes, flooding, and landslides. Deciding to go green has presented a dilemma for countries which have to choose between immediate economic growth and greener policies. This has delayed timely action and prevented the implementation of green measures that can contribute to the reduction of carbon emissions. What is your view?
Okay, once we have listened to this recording, I'm going to ask you some questions and I'm trying to get your answers. Question 1. Do you think we can do without the paper book? Do you think that we can reach the point to say we do not need any more paper books? Who can tell me? Do we have paper books nowadays? According to the recording, yes, we still have paper books and we have e-books. So, do you think we can do without the paper book one day? Have a look. One of the answers might sound like, I don't think so. People have different tastes. Also, we can't depend totally on e-books for studying and researching. It would be more difficult, of course. So, I believe that paper books go side by side with e-books. Don't you agree with me? Another question, why is ecotourism a good kind? If you've read the second part, what is ecotourism and why is ecotourism a good kind? Yes, you are right there. A student said, because it helps keep the environment clean. Ecotourism is a good kind because it helps conserve the environment. Yeah, you can enjoy without disturbing the habitats in a special or in a particular place rather. You can enjoy yourself by visiting remote places. The funds of these excursions sometimes are used for the conservation and the preservation of the environment. Good. Another question, what is unusual about the Royal Clock Tower in Mecca? What is unusual about this building? Okay, you are right there, because it's very huge, that you can still see the clock face as far as 25 kilometers away. Right. Another question, why are people refraining from the cable TV? That is, why are people getting away? Why are they refusing to have cable TV service? What is wrong with the cable TV service that does not acclaim people's attention, people's taste nowadays? Do you think people have the same free time as they used to do in the past times? Of course not. People aren't free anymore. They have lots and lots of responsibilities and red tape to follow each and every day. So I don't believe you find the person who has a couple of hours to spend before the TV. So that's why people aren't as free as they used to be, and they want to watch something of their taste in the limited time they have. If they have a limited time, they need to watch something they like, something they crave for, and not commercials and not everything, of course. What is the dilemma mentioned in the last part of the recording? What is the dilemma between the two extremes, modernization and keeping the environment clean? Can you write an answer to this question for the next session? Well, I'm waiting for your answers for the last fifth question. What is the dilemma mentioned in the last part of the recording? Now, out of this recording and out of this text, we are familiar with very new and very interesting words like ecotourism. As it may sound, ecotourism is the business of organizing holidays to places that people do not usually visit in a way which helps local people and does not damage the environment. So to discover more about the environment around us, to arrange holidays for remote places, to enjoy the new habitats and the new sites without disturbing or without making, let us say, crowdedness, without, leading to, let us say, overcrowdedness and pollution in some places of tourism. The word implementation, what does the writer mean? What do we mean when we say implementation? It means taking a course of action, doing something. Implement is the verb. The government is implementing a lot of new projects around the city. Okay. The dilemma. It's a situation in which a difficult choice has to be made. A difficult choice has to be made between two different things you could do. So, what kind of dilemmas might you find in your life? The choice between money and education, sometimes they contradict. The need for money contradicts the need for education because education nowadays is expensive and the need of money is still urgent. So this is one of the dilemmas. And the writer has mentioned a dilemma as far as the environment is concerned, and this is the question, the answer of which I'm expecting from you next session. Okay? My dear students, the workbook is an integral and a very important part in our course. For this reason, I just want you to take particular care of your workbooks. I just want you to refer to your workbook, page 1, and work out the related exercise. In this class and in each class, try to do the related exercises of your workbooks to guarantee practice and better results, inshallah. Well, that was our class today. Thank you so much, and wait for me in other classes.